Yes, welcome to 93. You're joining me for Royal Masquerade, Chapter 16. Truth. The carriage rushes towards the palace at the dawn on the day of your coronation. I hope Caden can forgive us for leaving him to spend the night in the palace dungeons. It was important that we followed through with our ruse until after the conclave settled. I know that, and I'm sure he does too, even so. I'm still having trouble with the truth of it. Caden is a sorcerer. I'm sure he had his reasons for keeping it a secret. Reasons have become plain. The whole of the court was stunned. Word is already spreading across Cordonia. The truth is, people don't know what to do or think. They're scared, Julia. There is much work to do. Yes, after we speak with him. Upon your arrival, the guards escort you and Hunter to the dungeon, where you find Caden sitting calmly in a cell. Cyrus sits miserably in the cell beside him. Caden. Oh, sure. Come visit him. Never mind that I haven't had someone to talk to in 5 whole hours. Caden rises and moves to the bars in front of you. I came as soon as I could. I'm certain of it. We have much to discuss, so let's get it out of the way first. Go on, ask. What do you mean? You both saw me perform magic without the charm. I know you're curious. That's not why I came, but now that you mention it, I'm curious. What exactly can you do? How does it work? When were you going to tell me? What exactly can you do? Make barriers, push or lift, or stop things with them. It's how I push the yacht's rope, step back together while giving you something to stand on. It's how I stop the fire at your estate from consuming you and Star Fox. Any fireballs, lightning, shapeshifting, or mind control I should know about? Try as I might, these barriers are all I can manage, for better or for worse. Next question is... Oh, okay, we can ask all three of them. How does it work? It's a feeling. I think about something I want to protect and it happens. I can't control it much beyond that. Are there limits? It's tiring, like recovering from a deep wound without the pain. I've rarely managed to use it more than a few times in as many days. When were you going to tell me? It's not that I didn't trust you. I know that. Once I discovered what I could do, I hid it away. Growing up as a bastard among nobles was isolating me, a sorcerer. Well, I never wanted to find out what that was like, or how you'd think of me if you knew. Caden. Foolish, I know, but even the commander of the guards has his fears. I don't feel any differently about you than I did. Somehow I always knew that would be true. Still, it's good to hear. Is it everything? Not nearly, but I didn't come here to interrogate you. I came to tell you that you will be pardoned as soon as I am coronated. You can't do that, Julia. I'm not letting you spend another moment in here. I admitted to conspiring with the Queen's killer. I used magic like villains of our history books. If I do not face justice, the court and the people will turn on you. I will full investigate and trial. Could mean you're here for a year or more. Julia, there can't be a trial, regardless. Our deception at the conclave will be exposed. Caden Vescovi, you are not facing an execution or a life in the dungeons, so that I can wield power. If I may, there is another solution. Hunter waves over the guard, who swiftly opens the door to Caden's cell. What is this? I, Hunter Pharaoh, hereby pardon you of your crimes, my last decree as King Regent. It doesn't solve anything. The people will blame me, not Julia. They will hate you for this. Maybe, but I cannot choose my own legacy about the freedom of an innocent man, especially that of a friend. Hunter extends his hand. Caden takes a deep breath, exhales, then accepts it. Before he can let go, Hunter pulls him into a friendly embrace. Oh, get a room! You know, I think I will, upstairs. You can keep this one. And with that, Caden nods dutifully to you and Hunter, and then steps away upstairs. Julia, you should know, Caden spoke truthfully, this pardon will cast a dark cloud over my short reign as king. So we will tell the people the truth. Then my sister, my father, and Lord Cyrus's allies will tell them lies. What are you saying? May I ask how you envision me within your court? I intend to hear what you'd like first. Then I should tell you now. What I'd like is for your reign to be perfect. And for that to happen, I simply cannot be a part of it. But right now, Cordonians are loyal to the crown above all else. If that loyalty should fall, or fail, it would fall to their own leaders, nobles of the court. Your enemies would take a chance to seize that loyalty and weaken your position. I waited to seek justice against my sister and the conspirators to spare you from that. And I will not make those delays meaningless lives by selfishly imperiling you now. Promise me that we can at least discuss this? Of course. Hunter steps forward and kisses you sweetly. Ahem. As much as I am thoroughly enjoying the show, I wonder if I might speak with our monarch-to-be. I'll see you upstairs. Hunter moves upstairs as you approach Cyrus' cell, where you find Pompadour curled up at his feet on your side of the bars. Listen, Cyrus, this is about mercy. It is, but not the way you think. I know that if I'm not executed, I'll be here in your dungeon for years and years. And so, I have one deeply important question to ask you. Are conjugal visits on or off the table here? No. Now goodbye, Cyrus. Oh, there was, one more thing. It's Pompadour. Contrary to what people think, I do have a heart. He's the whole thing. Look at him now, my precious boy curled up on a cold floor with nowhere to go. You're to blame for that. I know, but unlike me, Pompadour is a good boy. He doesn't deserve this. I've seen you a Star Fox. You're the only one I could trust to give Pompadour the life he deserves. Please, Julia. Oh my god, are we serious right now? Adopt Lord Pompadour into House Rosario for a new companion and exclusive scene. Mother of Christ! You know, I would not care about the dog. The dog's gonna lose some weight, first of all. And secondly, we're gonna take off the hat, gonna take off the necklace because it's stupid, and we're gonna let him run around and be free. That's what I'm gonna do for this dog. I'd be delighted to look after him. Oh, did you hear that, Pompadour? Lady Julia's agreed to take you home. Oh? No, I'm not abandoning you. I'll send you letters each day from the dungeon. Hello, Pompadour. Would you like to live here at the palace upstairs of yours? Pompadour looks up to you with brown, searching eyes. He seems hesitant. You know, Cyrus will be living here, too, downstairs. Far, far deep downstairs, but technically downstairs. Pompadour takes a cautious step towards you. You carefully hold out your hand to him, and he gives it a sniff. Yes, that's it. Just when you think you've won him over, Pompadour jumps back, sticks his snot in the air, and prances haughtily around in a tight circle. I swear to God, I will kick you. Oh, there he goes, playing hard to get. Well, two can play at that game. You stand and smooth your clothes, calmly turning your back on the Pomeranian's display. Very well, my little lord. I can see that you don't want that stick I've just found. You reach your hand through the dungeon's tight window and snatch a thin branch from a nearby tree. You waggle it enticingly in front of Pompadour. Apologies, Lady Julia, but that's simply not going to work. Oh, I don't give a crap about the dog now. Before Cyrus can finish, Pompadour rushes to your feet and looks up at you gleefully, shaking his rare, unmistakable excitement. You pull your hand back and then throw the stick across the room. Pompadour chases it gleefully, then trots back with a wood between his teeth. Oh my god, Pompadour! Don't put that in your mouth! You don't know what it's been! It's been on a tree, Cyrus. Well, yes, we don't know who's climbed the tree. I hear that sort of thing peasants do, and peasants are dirty. In a bad way. Now see here, Julia. I never did that with him before, but... He looks so happy. We are going to be great friends, aren't we, Pompadour? Yes, well, I should tell you how to care for him. First of all, the fox hangs around you. We'll have to go. Pompadour requires all of your attention. First of all, that's not happening. Second of all, why would Pompadour want me to abandon his new best friend? No, you're excited to play with Star Fox, aren't you, little one? Fine, but these next instructions simply can't be ignored. Listen closely, and don't be embarrassed if you need to take notes. Step 1, meal preparation. 1 exotic bird, twice a day, defeathered, cooked with salt, on a bed of cheese, crumbs, and red berries. That's not happening. He will have, let us say, a more practical diet. But very tasty, I assure you. Now let's talk hygiene. He is bathed 3 times a day with the draconian oils and scented soap supplied with a living sea sponge. That sounds like overkill. Happy not to have quite so many baths, little one. Last but not least, rest. It requires no fewer than 10 tasseled feather pillows. Each pillow must be fluffed 4 times a day by a male servant with soft, delicate hands named Seamus. I will find Pompadour a normal dog bed. Normal? Now, if that's everything, I have a rather important engagement scheduled for later. You leave, Pompadour turns back and glances toward Cyrus. It's okay, Pompadour, go on. Pompadour lowers his head and slowly walks back to the previous master, offering him a tiny lick through the bars. Be well, my little friend. Pompadour turns and rejoins your side near the steps. Oh, and Julia, one last thing. Could you send someone down to look at the ceiling? There's water dripping in through the stones above, and it's running right down my face past my eyes. I'll be sure to do that, Cyrus. Not. You make your way back upstairs with your new fluffy companion in tow. You make your way upstairs where you find Hunter and Caden, the members of your house who already arrived, Annalisa, Vasco, and both your aunts. I see everyone has arrived. You mean the new royal family? Yes, Pompadour, that includes you too. Is it? No dummy, you finally saved that precious pound of yuff from that dirty old man. Pompadour happily leaps into Annalisa's open arms and begins slathering her face in a flurry of dog kisses. Oh, and here I thought today couldn't get any better. You can keep the dog. While Annalisa pets Pompadour all over, your aunt step forward. Oh, niece, I'm so excited for your coronation. I can hardly bear it. Vasco, where's my room here? I need to be sure the bed isn't fluffy. Normally, I would say there's no such thing that this palace cannot provide, though an uncomfortable bed may be it. I'm sure Frisk would happily trade out his bunk for a plush feather mattress. I will make the arrangements at once. Suddenly, Teapot and Sunshine rush into the room. Sorry to interrupt, but there is something you need to hear. Teapot, I assure you, I can hear you just fine. What's wrong? I can assure you I can hear you just fine. I don't understand, why wouldn't you be able to? Stop yelling then. Out with it, Teapot, what's happening? We stopped a woman who arrived at the palace doors this morning. I told her that the coronation wouldn't start until later, but she wouldn't listen! More importantly, she says she's Lady Julia's mother. My mother? What should we do? Bring her in. Teapot nods and leaves to retrieve the visitor. He returns moments later with the same woman you've seen, but chose not to arrest at the conclave. Hello, Julia. Who are you, really? Your mother, Julie. How convenient. Julia's mother just happens to arrive on the day of her coronation. And I'll be so bold what the woman says is true. Really? You have a lot of nerve, Flora, coming to... Elise begins to weep. Auntie? I'm sorry. I didn't come to cause trouble, only to ask for your forgiveness. Please, I only want to explain. Oh, this'll be good. Hunter quietly moves behind you and takes your hand. Oh, Flora, hearing him. If you have something to say, this is your chance. Where to begin? How about why you abandoned me? Abandoned? Is that what you thought? I guess I haven't given you a reason to think else. To understand where you came from, there is a history you first must know. It begins 2 decades past, when I was a servant employed by Lord Cranston Rise. Lord Cranston was Queen Kendra's brother. He died from illness 20 years ago. Illness, no. In truth, Lord Cranston was struck down by Valora, Queen Kendra's crown shield. Why would the Queen send a crown shield to murder her own brother? Lord Cranston had hired an assassin to kill the Queen in a plot to take the crown for himself. The crown shield had meant only to arrest him, but my lord died fighting back. Kendra covered up the details of Cranston's death. She didn't want Cordonia to know what he did or who he really was. Aldi, how do you know about that? Because I am Lord Cranston's mistress, and the one who warned Kendra of his plans to kill her. How much do you know of his plot? He shared his plans with me fully. The man was overconfident in my commitment to him, even if he was the father of my child. Your child? Flora had just given birth to you, so Cranston made her our son's wet nurse in secret while I was away. I cared for you both like siblings, and hid you away together when Valora came for Lord Cranston. After the Lord died, your aunt asked me to travel in secret to the manor and collect a baby. Elise had written me, asking me to leave her son in a basket in front of the garden house beyond the bridge. I was told nothing of the child's identity, but performed my duties just as ordered. I cried from the shadows as I watched Vasco take the basket back to House Rosario Estate. My son. Take my son. Okay, Pixelberry done screwed this up, because unless we are secretly a man, which we would know that in, like, this decade. What? Wait, you didn't give Elise a son, did you? You gave him me. How could you give up your own child, keep Elise's child? Well, they just answered my own question. Like such a tragic mistake. How could you give up your own child? When Lord Cranston died, the staff was left homeless, penniless. We were ruined. And why? Because a noble threw his life away for power. While us commoners who had dedicated our lives to serving him were made to pay for it. I couldn't bear the thought of my child growing up in such a world. I couldn't change the nobility, but I could change who was part of it. That's why I sent you with Vasco. As much as it broke my heart, I wanted you to have a better life. Oh my god. This is my for Lord Cranston's child. I thought it was only right that he, a noble, share my fate as a commoner. We searched everywhere for Flora after realizing what she'd done, and she disappeared with the baby. I'm so confused by this. Anyone else? Disappeared, yes, but I swear that I loved him as if he was my own. Can you say the same for the baby under your care? Zaya coils her fingers into a fist and steps towards Flora. Elise stops her sister with a soft hand on her shoulder. She's right, Julia. I have my own confession. After we discovered what happened, I couldn't bear to look at you. Every time I saw you, I was reminded of my lost son, so I pushed to have you sent to the library as soon as I was able. That was you? You made me pay for the action of another? And I stood by when she did. If you cannot forgive Elise, then you cannot forgive me either. Laura, I have one question. Where's my father? He died years ago. A farrier in the manor stables. Why tell me all this now? It's been 20 years. I saw you at your parade and everything came flooding back. I knew I couldn't hide from my shame any longer. And my son, where is he? Healthy, happy, poor, but an artist unlike any you've ever seen. He doesn't know any of this. Would you like to meet him, Lady Liz? I don't know if that's a good idea after all this time. I know I may have caused so much pain, but I am a different woman now, and we are where we are. I would give up my son for the world, and I'm sure your family would say the same about Julia. You're damn right. Only Annalisa would say that. But that doesn't mean that the mistakes didn't happen, the pain didn't happen, and the cause of it all. That's why I've come to beg your forgiveness. You should be arrested for kidnapping, the same fate she escaped years ago. No, the past was behind us once. I'm glad the truth appeared, but it should not invite new pain. I would like to get to know you, Julia, but if you want me to leave, I will. I give people one chance anymore. One. But I don't understand it. We'll talk about this at the end, I guess. You do. You chose to accept Flora in your life. I won't pretend that I approve of everything you did, but I think I can understand it. We are both different women than we once were. Let us get to know each other now, on our own terms. At least, would you be uncomfortable if Flora attended the coronation? After all you've learned today, you still care so much about my feelings. Not really. If you can move forward bravely, niece, I will do the same to my best to join you. Then it's settled, Flora. I hope to see you there. I'll be cheering you from the crowd. Your birth mother wipes a tear from her eye, smiles, and leaves the palace. You turn back to Hunter and take a deep breath. I know that was hard. I'm proud of you. Thanks for always standing behind me. You can always count on me for that. Julia, if I had known... I suppose Miss Flora is not the only one who must beg forgiveness. There will be a time for all of us to discuss this later, but we are family no matter our blood. Nothing from our past can change that now. Oh, niece. First Elise, then Zia, then your sister, then Vasco step forward to put their arms around you. You hug them all in return despite the pain. House Rosario stands together. Later that afternoon, it's time for you to get ready for the coronation. Annalisa meets you outside of the room in the palace. Already, it's been an interesting day, and now it's almost time for me to become a queen. Yes, this may be our last chance to speak as equals. I would never look on you as less than me. I am here because of the work you did. Thank you, but I would remind Her Highness that she did most of the work herself. How dare you contradict your new queen? Oh, I beg your divine forgiveness, your Royal Highness. Infallibleness. Annalisa delivers a dramatic bow. You laugh, but are then reminded suddenly that this is no game. Soon you'll be queen, and every passing word will carry the weight of a kingdom. Sister, I know you well enough to have caught the doubt that just flashed behind your eyes. If I have any doubt, it's just that Rinza hasn't finished scheming. I'm not qualified to be queen. Being queen will keep me from marrying Hunter. Rinza hasn't finished scheming. It's only fair that House Pharaoh falls in line, but she personally has much to fear from my reign. She avoided immediate justice for her crimes because of the Conclave, but the Conclave has passed. You're right. There's every chance in the world that Rinza won't go down quietly. She's a fierce and wicked opponent, and you would be foolish to underestimate her. That said, you have beaten her time and time again. I see no reason for that to change. She is desperate, you are not. She is smart, you are smarter. You will win this, sister. Thank you, Annalisa. You've always provided the best of counsel. Counsel for politics, love, and dare I say fashion? Or days like today, all three at the same time. What did you have in mind? People have traveled from across Cordonia to see their queen be crowned today. This is the story they will tell their grandchildren, the day they saw the birth of a new royal line. It's vital that you play your part today and feel as competent and beautiful as you deserve to be. Annalisa winks, snaps her fingers, and two servants appear, holding an exquisite golden gown between them. Your sister carefully removes it from their arms and holds it up to you. It's stunning. I should hope so. I assigned a small army of designers and tailors to begin work on it the day after you announced your intention to run for queen. Know that when I say this is fit for royalty, I couldn't mean it more literally. You will dazzle the world in this, Julia. Make a huge impression on the people of Cordonia as your crowned queen in this royal gown. I don't like the shoulders. Am I Princess Amidala? Glimmering outfit fit for the new queen of Cordonia, or... I still like the black. You disappear in your bedroom, change into the gown. When you step back into the hall, your sister's mouth hangs open. I know I should be surprised since I'm the one who ordered the dress, but... damn. Quite the reaction. Only a fraction of what you can expect from your new subjects, I am sure. Speaking of reactions... Hunter steps into the room behind you with a widening smile. Julia, words cannot express how beautiful you look. Then why bother trying to use them? I couldn't agree more. Hunter kisses you, then gestures forward to the end of the hall. You've spent months changing the stars, Julie. Today it's finally time to reveal the new night sky. You step into the palace hall, which you find awash with nobles from across the kingdom. These people gasp and turn their heads when you enter the room in your golden gown. Darling, you look positively jaw-dropping gorgeous! But what? I don't follow. It's that you usually follow up with some sort of comment with, oh, never mind. Thank you, Theodosia. Niece, over here. You politely excuse yourself from Theodosia and join a large group of your friends. We were common not months ago. Now we are royal. Your aunt is proud of what you've done. Like that aunt's. I only wish that Percival was here to see this. And you should appreciate my surprise for Lady Julia as much as she. Under gestures behind you, you turn to see Percival slumped over Caden with healers on either side of him. Lady Julia. Percival. I have a question. Just a real quick question. Why has no one cleaned the blood up off of him? I'm just saying. I was informed by no fewer than 3 people that this was a bad idea, but for the first time in my life, official recommendations be damned, I would not miss this for the world. Percival begins to cough as Annalisa rushes to his side. This was very stupid, but also very sweet. Ah, good that my injuries haven't changed me. The crowd is incredible. I'm surprised they all fit through the door. It feels like the whole world is here today. Well, almost the whole world. You look around the room and suddenly notice that not a single member of House Pharaoh, other than Hunter, is present. Just then, 2 Vescovi nobles walk toward you. They sneer at Caden as they approach. Gentlemen, what's this? A crown shield has been freed? Our Lord Cyrus was detained for the same crime. How dare this man be allowed to walk beside you? I pardon him, as is my right under the law. The crown shielded is an innocent man. He conspired with Lord Cyrus. We all heard it. How can just one of them be innocent? The king is meant to uphold justice, not discard it when convenient. How dare you? Friends, there is more to this story than you know. Those Vescovians just supposed to believe that one Lord Cyrus rots for the same offense? Hunter whispers in your ear. This discord is only the beginning, precisely why I need to assume responsibility for Caden's freedom. Where do you stand on this, Lady Julia? After today, you're supposed to be our queen. You should know that King Regent Hunter acted alone in pardoning Caden. You may disagree with his actions, but his rule is at an end. Today's coronation is a fresh beginning. As Queen, I will look into the matter of Lord Cyrus and the Crown Shield. The truth will be exposed. Do not think we will forget. The Regent should face justice for this. That's not how this works, fam. The most important thing now is that we all came together. And we shall see. Members of House Vescovi disperse back into the crowd. Well played, Julia. Do not fret over the words of House Vescovi or in the snubs. The hundreds in this hall and thousands waiting outside the palace are here to see you rise as their queen. Then we shall give them what they came for. Caden, it's time. Caden nods to the people. Teapot, Sunshine, Frisk arrive and escort you into the throne room. You step through the throne room doors to a blaze of royal trumpets, leading a procession of hundreds of cheering nobles. Presenting Lady Julia of House Rosario. At Vescovi's announcement, the crowd roars in approval. You look around the room to the faces of those who brought you here. Strong but forgiving for House Rosario. For the library. For the future. For smiles. For ale. For beauty and grace and other qualities that everyone here knows I also exhibit. Nothing about this bothers me at all. For what's right. For the bond of allies. For Cordonia. For family, by blood or by bond. Oh, new and unexpected. Please kneel. The court holds its breath as Hunter reverently reveals your crown. You kneel and bow your head as he holds it above you. You suddenly realize that this is the last moment before you become queen. For too long, Cordonia has been without a true ruler or royal. Today we unite the land under one ruler. Alfred is chosen once more. You see the shadow of the crown reach out for you across the tiles. Hunter lowers it. You feel the weight of it as it is delicately placed upon your head. Now rise, Queen Julia Rosaria, the first of her name. You stand and face your people, Queen of Cordonia. Now kill everyone. The trumpets sing out once more as your people look to you, their queen. My people, today we celebrate the dawning of a hopeful future for all Cordonians. Tomorrow we find ways to come together. This period of transition has been painful. It has torn apart allies, cost many people their lives or their livelihoods. But if we are unified once more, if you do not support my ascension, then it is my job to change your mind. I hope to do that in the successes we all earn during my reign. The crowd cheers as you smile and wave to them all. Now, I hope that you will all join me at my first ever royal ball. You walk proudly back through the crowd as people reach out to you. You graciously take their hands and greet them as you pass. A few hours later, the ball is filled with music, celebration, and dancing. You find yourself in the arms of Hunter, waltzing to the minstrel's latest song. Aye, Queen. What am I to call you now? Hunter, no titles, no position, nothing but what I was born with. From King Regent to your birth name, quite the change. Who knows what the future will bring, but for tonight I couldn't be happier for the change. Speaking of the future, we still have ours to discuss. You promised, remember? I haven't forgotten, but I am now thinking of a more immediate audience. If it pleases your highness, of course. Your highness, you ask for no titles, yet with me, you're suddenly so formal. If you knew what I was thinking, or looking at you right now, formal is not how you would describe it. I see. And where can I go to find out what you were thinking? The throne room is empty. The throne room, but we've only just left. Hunter leans in and whispers to you. And yet, there were so many people there last time. I suppose a more private encounter would be Could be arranged if I ordered the guards to leave. I am the queen after all. People are supposed to do as I command. There's a fact I would very much like to explore. Join a hunter for an intimate night in the throne room to grow your relationship and make full use of your throne. Join hunter for the night. You walk into the throne room and muted sounds of the ball fade as Hunter closes the door. Finally, some peace and quiet. Peace and privacy. The question is, what will we do with it? I'm here to serve, Her Majesty. Well, serve me then. Take your shirt off. Just being a little forceful today, aren't we, Your Majesty? If it is Her Majesty's will. Piercing you with his gaze, Hunter undoes the laces of his front of his doublet, slides it off his body, and gives you a questioning smile. I said remove your shirt. With a smile, Hunter pulls his shirt over his head. And before your highness must ask, he slowly slides his trousers down his waist. Does this satisfy you? I will require more to be satisfied, but this is a good start. Then let us continue the journey until Her Majesty finds complete satisfaction. Hunter takes your hand and escorts you to the throne. When you ascend the stairs, Hunter pulls you in close against his chest, smiling at you as he lifts your hand out to a ballroom dancer's pose. If you would trust me, I propose a dance in your honor. While he's naked. You speak of my honor, but your eyes say you want something different. Hunter leads you into circles around the throne, the moonlight blurring around you. You feel his hands undo the laces on the back of your dress. And so your game is revealed. I intend to reveal many things this night. Please do. I've wanted this for so long. For weeks, my dreams have been haunted by the thought of your naked body glowing in the moonlight. Let your dreams become a reality. The moment you finish speaking, Hunter pulls you tight against his for a blazing kiss. His hands pull at your dress. You hang onto Hunter's body, haphazardly striding together as he pulls the layers of clothing from your body. Your fingers feel for the crown atop your head. Remove the crown. Carefully remove the heavy crown and balance it on the corner of the throne. Hunter wraps his hands around your body, his fingers trailing along your exposed skin. I could look at you all night. I would hope you plan to do more than look. Hunter resumes his barrage of kisses. You reach around his back to press him closer. Now, who's the one staring? One must pause when confronted with otherworldly beauty, and then reach for it. Your hands wander down in the front of the band of Hunter's underwear, sliding them off. Your hand then trails back up his leg, feeling his warmth. Julia. Hunter twirls you around in his arms, gently setting you down upon your throne. Your rightful place, Your Majesty. And your rightful place before me. Your eyes wander over Hunter as he stands before you, the moonlight illuminating every muscle of his body. He runs a hand up your thigh, feeling the goosebumps along your soft skin. A shame it is that I cannot keep you like this forever. Then you must take in all you can tonight. I very much intend to. Hunter, show me how you earned your reputation, I guess. Gladly. Hunter kisses down your neck, his hands roaming along your curves. His lips trail down your chest, your navel, your waist. Your breath escapes you as Hunter's tongue gently caresses your skin. Just like that. A tingle builds in your stomach as you strain against the mounting pleasure. Hunter. His tongue slides higher and presses deeper. His hand runs up your thigh, exploring you. You run a hand through Hunter's hair, your back arching against the overwhelming cascade of pleasure. Hunter peers up to you, the curves of a smile along his cheeks. His tongue strokes roll with an increasing pace. The sensation intensifying, recede, crest, fall, then swell to a staggering height you've never felt before. It overpowers you, and uncontrollable pleasure radiates through your body. Aftershocks start to fade, leaving blissful warmth in their wake on a restless chin on your leg, looking up with a smile. Is Her Majesty pleased? Very. They keep capitalizing her. Hunter sits between your legs, with his back resting against the seat of the chair. And I can rest knowing you've had the coronation you deserve. And yet, I deserve so much more. I could not agree more. Today everything is about you. Next time we'll make it about us, and it will be special. Hunter plants a soft kiss on your thigh. I can't wait. He rests his head against you. We should head back to the room. There are certain preparations to consider. I have not forgotten, but surely we could enjoy this moment a little while longer. I will allow it. You settle back into the throne as Hunter gently rubs your leg, letting time pass in a blissful relaxation. Later that night, you lay awake in your bed with Hunter on the pillow beside you. You think about your crown, you think about the road that has brought you here, you think about the future with Hunter and what your new position means for the love you share, when suddenly you're stirred by the subtle whine of a creaking door. Huh? Remain still and quiet as soft, careful footsteps make their way towards you. Who's the... Hello, Julia. Renza speaks the words into your ear after crawling on top of your body. She puts a hand around your throat as what feels like a sharp tip of a dagger presses against the side of your chest. You turn your head towards Hunter, who begins to reach for something past the bed. He stops swiftly by a sword placed at his throat. Don't. Renza, one final scheme. Final, yes. I do like the sound of that. It's a shame our little dance back and forth had to end without a good dose of intrigue. But I've come to realize that if you want something done right, sometimes you just have to do it yourself. Renza. You really are heavier than you look. Oof. This must be your corset laces. Feel like, honestly, the strain. Why, you ruined everything, Julia Rosario. At least I get one last dig. If you'd just fallen in line when I poisoned you, I'd be queen, and you'd live to see tomorrow. Renza looks past you to your nightstand, where your crown rests. She reaches for it weakly. I wanted the throne. I wanted it for years. I did everything I could. And now, I deserve it. Just as her fingers are about to reach your crown, you rebuke her, shocking her hand back. You deserve nothing. You were willing to sacrifice anyone who got in your way for power. How sad. Because of all of that you lost, and all for the pain you caused. You never won, not once. Winning comes now at the end of the game. Everything else was merely a step towards this inevitable conclusion. Don't you see, Julia? Ever since we met, I've always been one step ahead of you. Renza pulls her arm back. Renza. And thrusts her blade into your chest. Discover the fate of Cordonia in the finale of Royal Masquerade. And with that being said, thank you all for watching. Please remember to like, share, and subscribe. Head down description below, links to social media, Discord if you like to support me and my content. What do you all guys think? What do you really feel about the Royal Masquerade? Something tells me I really doubt we'll die. Kind of a given. I don't think Pixelberry would do that to her MC, but if they are trying to kill off this book, which, I don't know, it just feels kind of lackluster at this point. This book is just, I don't know. I don't know, maybe it's my opinion, so please do at least respect that I have my own opinion, but, I don't know. Let me know in the comment section below what you guys think about this. I'll be doing the Royal Heir very shortly, and then we're good until Bloodbound, which is tomorrow. And nothing until Monday for Baby Bond. Then finally, High School Story Class Act finally makes a debut return for probably one chapter, because that's what Pixelberry's been doing lately. Just taking one chapter and then taking like a month break. I don't know. Anyway, thanks for watching. Peace out.